What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle Create Space. Link will be in the description box below, as usual. Video is entitled The Black Male Experience, The Grind. Uh, some of you younger guys, grown guys, older guys, it's different on different levels. You're going to have to be a master of something, but also a jack of all trades. It's just how it's set up. But you're gonna have to have a hardcore work ethic. You're gonna have to know how to grind. The reason I'm saying that is because you know you can wind up making your ducats in something, one thing that may be completely different than what you've mastered because of life, good or bad luck, um, systematic racism. It is what it is. Like, you know, sometimes and sometimes you're gonna have to deal with all of those things at once. Sometimes it's a timing thing because you might not get um, the opportunities and upward mobility of other people because you're hated and feared, while at the same time admired, and people want to flirtatiously be you. It's a weird thing. So the grind is a trip because you got to be able to get up earlier than everybody, work harder than everybody around you, maybe get off later than anybody, also navigate society, maybe have a daytime job, a nighttime hustle. Uh, your dreams and aspirations, you may have to work on them while you're working, while you're grinding, while you're working out. You're going to have to learn how to work in a flexible way. Your grind is going to be like Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, be like water. You're going to have to adapt because the one thing you're going to have to always do is keep grinding. You know, when you look at most brothers who are successful, come to find that they may be good at multiple things because they had to do multiple things. Not just because it was their interest, but sometimes circumstances took them from this place to that place. I'm not saying the other men don't do it, because that would be a lie. What I am saying is it might not be a interest that you turn into a successful endeavor. It might be something where you're forced in a direction and you might have to just go with the flow. Or one door closed and another door opened, or you stuck your foot in another door that was closing, type of situation. That's what I mean by the grind. You know, even LeBron James has been known to have great, um, probably the skills of an artist or architect. You know, that's why you see guys make transitions. Like, I would say, follow the model of Paul Robeson. Look back at who that is, because that was a guy who was a Renaissance man. He did a lot. He did pretty much everything, and you understand what I'm talking about. Because you can give yourself to a craft and master that craft for years and years and, and grow that. Nothing's wrong with that. Do that. I very much so encourage you to grind on that and master that and learn the ins and outs or whatever you dream to be. But make your hobby another grind. You know what I'm saying? If your hobby is travel, make travel your grind. Like your hobby, that's a grind. If fitness is your hobby. Make your hobby a grind where you may train people on the low. You know what I'm saying? If cutting hair is something you do with your friend for your friends and family, make that your grind where you might, you cut people's hair for a few bucks cheaper than a barber. Stuff like that. Make it your grind. If you have a career but you enjoy fixing cars, make being a mobile mechanic your grind at certain times, or um, Mr. Fix It. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that because you're gonna need those skills not only for to supplement income or create income to save money, because some days you got to live in a reality. Last hired, first fired. You get what I'm saying? And people have unrealistic expectations of us. So you have to be to know what you're good at, know your worth, but also know you can make money in multiple streams. You feel me? Like, I don't care if you're going to work from 9 to 5 selling T-shirts, online, uh, slanging hot dogs. You're a bouncer. I don't care. Like, just have a grind about you. There's always going to be a new event to have fun at. If you like going out, be a bartender. You'll be out. You enjoy the crowd. You be working while they get it. While they gotta pay to get in, you get in free. You can still get to interact with people, talk to people, get numbers. See what I'm saying? That type of thing. Um, but you're gonna need to grind. You know, I think one of the dopest stories of the grind was Prince. Um, when Prince worked as a janitor as a way to pay for studio time, that's a grind. Like, he was mastering his art, but he couldn't actually finance his art. So what he did was work a job to create the income to actually pursue his art. That's grind. That's grinding right there. You know, you got guys who work one job in the daytime and work on their projects at night. Some of the guys you see on this thing, they have little side things. And one thing about the grind is this: the money may not come overnight with your grind. Some things, the grind sometimes is not a paycheck thing where you grind it 2 weeks, you get a check. No, when you going, when you have dreams and aspirations, it may take years for it to pay off. Building a foundation or a platform, or whether even if it's investing, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to start slow, it's going to start small, and it's going to grow. And it's going to grow big, bigger, bigger, bigger. So you also have to have um, the patience to grind without getting everything back in return. Because these are grinding is a back end deal. You're not going to get everything in the front. You know, when you're networking, your network is not going to be intact day one, week one, month one, maybe not even year one. But you're going to have to piece together your grind to make it sustainable for you. You know. Also, you're going to have to grind even when you're on vacation. They may not be you when you're a young, able-bodied, sound mind. You may not get the opportunity to get a break. And if you're really out there getting it, even when you're on vacation, your mind is still on the grind, because there are other people out here grinding even while you're on vacation. While you working, they working. You know, when they sleeping, you working, or when you sleeping, they working. When you on vacation, they working. When they on vacation, they working. You have to always know that somebody is out here trying to take your spot. It is what it is. So no matter what you do, you have to be good all across the board. You have to be a master of a trade, but also be a jack of multiple trades, because you might need those trades in the thing that you master, or you might need those trades to supplement you doing the thing that you have mastered. So it's just my PSA about grinding. Y'all take care.